Commanders, and welcome back to Elite Danger's Return from Beagle Point. We are currently located right here, and we are on our way back home to the bubble, way over here. The purpose of the journey was to head all the way back out to here to Beagle Point and do a bunch of exploring in the hopes of gaining the elite status for our exobiology, as well as hopefully earning enough money to purchase a fleet carrier to take that back out into the black and do some exploration. We're still doing a bunch of time-lapse traveling, trying to condense my episodes down into more manageable times and just make it so I don't have to talk so much. So we're going to go ahead, hop into a little sequence here of trying to find something to explore, and I'll bring you back when something interesting happens. Alright, more or less busted out as far as finding things go. We did find this single planet with one biological signature on it. Probably going to be a bacteria, but I always try to land on a planet to finish out my episodes. No particular reason other than I just like to, I don't like to exit in space. Personal preference thing. No reason you can't exit in space. But we'll go ahead and get the scan done for this guy. And then we'll go down, grab some samples, and then go ahead and call it a day for this episode. 5. And one more. And since it's only one, we don't need to wait for the filter, because we know it's only going to be one thing.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan
Okay. Just out of curiosity, yeah, it's a bacterium. Just wanted to double check and make sure that's actually what it was. I think we're going to go for a large blue area somewhere. Maybe that way. To the 12 o'clock position.
engaged.
So I guess we'll pop down into this area, and I'm actually going to go a little further in since we don't have any borders to worry about. I don't want to get turned around and end up going outside of the area by accident. It wastes a lot of time if you venture out of the place you're supposed to be and then end up messing it up. Terrain here looks like it's going to be pretty wavy and hard to land on, but we'll see. It can be deceiving sometimes. Oh yeah, it's a little bit uncomfortable. Alright, that's fine though. We'll get our landing gear out because it limits our speed.
Landing gear deployed.
Minimizes the chance that we're actually going to run into anything. Or at least if we do, it won't be so fast that we damage anything. And then let's skim the surface here and see if we can find some bacterial sources. Unfortunately, the ground here is white, and most of the bacteria is white in color as well, which can make it pretty hard to see. I am going to use the night vision trick. Night vision does not highlight bacteria, but it does highlight virtually everything else. So you can still use it as a source of kind of highlighting where they are. It gives you a better chance of picking them up. But unfortunately, it looks like we may have come down in a part where there's just not any of what we're looking for here. So we may end up ending this episode without having come across anything that we needed. Keep on the lookout for stuff, but I'm not seeing anything. You can they do generally show up as nice clear patches of non-green space on the ground there. So they stand out pretty well. And I guess I don't need to be this close to the ground for bacteria. It generally shows up pretty far away. We'll fly around for just another minute or so, and then I think we'll go ahead and just land and be done if we can't find any. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything that's gonna help us. So I think we're gonna go ahead and just land. The bacteria wouldn't have been worth that much anyway. And as I say that, we find some. Let's at least see what it is. Looks kind of green. At least we get the first footfall bonus on it. Bacterium Bolaris Red. That's not what I meant. So yeah, we'll look around and see if we can find a couple more. This particular type seems to blend in even with the night vision there, which is making it very hard to see. We probably passed over a bunch of them. It might help if I was able to play at a higher resolution, but my monitor does not support anything higher than 1080p, so fortunately this is what we're stuck with. Yeah, that's not a bacteria. It's hard to tell sometimes. In general, you want to be in nice flat area. Oop! No, that's a rock. In general, you want to be in nice flat areas because that's where you're going to find them. But unfortunately, this planet doesn't really have much in the way of nice flat areas. So you end up just kind of hunting and pecking around and hoping that you find something. I mean, this area here looks like it should be prime territory to find some bacterial patches, but who knows? Well, unfortunately, we just don't have all day to try to find these. And since they're not kind of giving themselves up to me, we're just going to have to go ahead and call it. So anyways, hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click the like button if you did so that the YouTube algorithm will know and send the video out to as many people as possible. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing now so that when the next video comes out, it'll show up in your feed and you'll be able to watch it as soon as it becomes available. Channel members get early access to all of my content, so be sure to click the join button, check out the list of options available there, and decide if any of those are right for you. If you're not interested in a membership but would still like to help out the channel, you can always leave YouTube's version of a tip with that thanks button. Direct contributions are greatly appreciated and a critical... Man, we need a paint job. And a critical component to helping to turn this channel into a full-time gig, which is the dream. So again, thank you very much for your time. Hope you enjoyed the flight. Be sure to come back for the next one, and I'll see you then.